We'd like to welcome you to another edition of Rick Davis's Talking Gold. We're going to talk a little bit about silver, gold, diamonds, and coins. Hopefully you'll enjoy it and pick up a few facts along the way that'll be helpful in your buying, selling, or trading of any kind of gold items.
For up-to-the-minute prices on gold, silver, or platinum, visit Rick's website at www.rickdavisgoldendiamonds.com. While there, look for Rick's specials to take advantage of. Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, your friend in the jewelry business.
I'm Rick Davis, and I'd like to buy your gold, silver, diamonds, and coins. We sit around, we talk to the people, we explain what we're doing, we explain what they have, and we show them how we're paying them for it, and then we pay you, yes, in cash. If you prefer a check, we'll pay in check. We buy all day, every day, gold, silver, diamonds, coins. We've been here 36 years, we pay you better, there's no game, there's no gimmick. I'm Rick Davis, and I want to pay you cash for your gold. I'm Rick Davis, and we've set up a department in our store now for layaways for Christmas. The economy's bad, people sell their gold, but they also have things of interest to other customers. So we've got it 70% off of retail price. You don't have to pay high prices any longer. Plus we've added the layaway. It's absolutely free layaway. Come in, make your selection with our well-informed staff. Put it in layaway, make your down payment. There's no layaway fees, no layaway charges. 70% off, and you still get to put it in layaway till Christmas. Come and see us. Rick Davis, thank you, and God bless.
How does Rick Davis see hundreds of people every day and nobody waits over 15 minutes? It's simply the system. Check in with the Golden Girls first. They divide your jewelry into plastic bins. Next, wait for your number to be called. This may be my favorite part because it is never a long wait and it gives me the opportunity to look around the showroom. Then, when my number is called, I get to see Rick or Jason. Both of them are great. They give me a value on my items and I decide if I want to sell it or not. Of course, I always do because Rick pays the best. Last, I sign out with Miss Norma. She's really a gem. And I'm on my way. I always have a great time with Rick and his friendly staff. I wouldn't go anywhere else.
This is a segment that was pre-recorded from our show on Night Talk. We have inserts and people call in and ask questions, and we try to answer them on the spot. So if you'll view the show tonight, it'll answer some of your questions. If not, feel free to check us out at 5301 Brainerd Road. We're Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, and we're your friend in the jewelry business for over 35 years. Thank you, and God bless.
Rick Davis is here, and he's got it together over here. Got it together more than I have. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Nice night for ducks up there.
It is a nice night for ducks. It is. All right, caller. Are you there, caller?
Hey, Judy and Rick. I've got a piece of, I got a fork, silver fork. It doesn't have stainless on it, but it's got a number of 224 on the back of it.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's Amcisco W. Does that mean anything?
Frisco W.
No,
I'm
it
not.
says Amsico, A-M-S-I-C-O. Best I can see.
That's probably just a maker. That's probably it's probably a stainless. The 224 would not have anything to do with the composition of metal.
Oh.
That is probably a style number, probably 224 style number for that particular pattern.
Okay. And anything that's made in China, Korea, it says stainless. That is not
If
any
it,
value, right?
if it says stainless, that's exactly what it is, stainless, and it has no value, not what we're looking for.
Okay, that's what I needed to know. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for calling.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I have this little silver in color.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to figure out if it really is. I meant to bring it over there and let you look at it. It is back in the old days, they had these little, it's footed, and you open it up and you put your jewelry in it. But it's very small. I'm talking about.
Yeah, just a little box about like that.
It's
Just a little-
oval
Mhm.
and it's footed.
Yeah.
And it has velvet. Satin.
Velvet like-
No, it has satin, lined in satin.
Little trinket boxes, they call
So
them. You can put your rings
sort
and
of
your
like a trinket
charms.
box,
And,
yeah. But it's very small. It would just hold like one special piece of jewelry.
Yeah.
was my grandmother's.
Some
and
of them are made in solid sterling, and some of them are made in silver plate, and some of them are made in, I've never seen one in 999 pure silver, but sterling is strong enough and when it comes to that.
It looked like, on the best I could see on the back of it, it said like ESW. That's what, that would be a brand name, but it has a number on it, but I couldn't ever make
Bring
it
it
out.
in, we'll look at it and tell
Yeah,
you. I've had Tiffany baby rattlers made out of sterling silver, solid sterling, $200 baby rattler, little baby rattler. I've had, over the years, I've had 14 karat gold diaper pens. Big old nice diaper pens, solid 14 karat gold, but made back when diaper pens was $5 for a gold one. You know, today they cost you $300 for a gold diaper pen.
That's amazing,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, the older pieces are that way. And you remember I told you
Gold
I
was
found,
cheap. It was $35 an ounce back then, so they just picked it up and made anything they wanted to out of it, and it was, you know, relatively cheap. You know.
I meant to bring you that moonstone I had that has the diamonds around it that I bought for a quarter of a box someplace.
Yeah.
Caller, go ahead.
Rick, I have a simulated stone in the vivid yellow. It's a copy of the Hooker diamond that's at the Smithsonian.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a real deep yellow. It's pretty. I don't wear it. It's just
Is-
a costume.
So it's costume, not diamond.
I think it is a 14 karat gold mounting.
There, a lot of those was made. We done one for the Titanic, and we done an exact replica of the piece of jewelry that was on the Titanic. And you know, of course, we didn't put a big amethyst in it, but we done a replica of it, and it was the same color, synthetic stones, made all in 14 karat white gold. Put a nice chain with it. And I think our cost on it was somewhere around $700, and we retailed it for like $8.99. But the original piece, if somebody had that, I think it was $165,000. I remember that figure from somewhere.
This has the vivid yellow.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear stone, and on the side it has a little diamond on each side. If I come over, I'm going to bring it, let you see it, because it's a copy, and I'm sure you have seen the Hooker diamond.
Yes, ma'am.
I bought it through QVC, and they had a show, and they had the Hope diamond they showed on there, and of course they couldn't touch it. It was under glass, and they had a lot of the diamonds and everything that had been on the Titanic. So
Well, what
it was
a lot
very
of that.
interesting show, and they have a new one coming up for long, and I like to watch it.
Well, it gives you some good detail. It gives you, it lets you know a little bit about where it came from and what it was about, and you know, it just the mystique of knowing that you've got an exact duplication of something that's priceless, you know, in millions of dollars, and knowing that you have the exact duplication of it in gold. You know, that's somewhat rewarding.
Well, the yellow one that you show in your advertisement, I could kill you for it.
Which one?
The yellow with the diamond on it.
And his ad.
I think that's also a copy. I think that's one that we acquired from one of the shows in Atlanta.
And I'd also like to have a champagne diamond.
I've got several of those in stock now.
Well, we might do a trade.
Just come by and look
Of
around.
my jewelry.
All right, thank you for calling.
Okay, thanks.
All right, you're next over here. Caller, go ahead.
Good evening, Judy.
Hello.
Ricky.
Hello.
How you doing?
I've heard you guys talk about everything but Mexican silver. They say it's a very low grade of silver.
Yes, sir.
Comes out of Mexico, and I'll hang up. Let's answer.
We're getting a lot of them wanting to hang up. No, they don't want to talk on the phone because the storm's going on, probably.
I mean, he's still there, aren't you? Is he still there?
No, he said he'd hang up.
said
He'd
he'd
let
go.
me talk.
That might be what it is.
Most of your Mexican silver is, you know, there's some fine Mexican silver. There's some 90% out there. There's some coins that's in Mexico that's good silver. Some of your pieces of jewelry, where they got a bad rap, and we have to be careful with any silver that we buy. Mexican silver can be marked sterling, and it might only be 60, 70%. There's some things called alpaca silver, which is just a very low-grade silver plate, but it'll have a pretty little stamp somewhere on it, and it'll say 925. You just have to be very careful. That's why we do the test. If we have any doubt about anything, then we try to test it and show you and make sure it's what it's supposed to be. We won't sell you anything out of our store that's not guaranteed to be what we represent it to be. It will be full carat. We don't sell any under alloyed stuff. We'll melt that stuff down. But anyway, where they got their bad rep was just, a lot of the stuff was low grade silver and marked sterling. And as long as you test it, as long as you know what you're dealing with, you're not gonna get hurt on it. Turkey is a country that any of the gold that comes out of Turkey, we have to be very careful with, because the Turkish government does not control in any way like our government controls. If we mark something 14 karat, it better be at least 13.5 karat, or we better not mark it. Federal offense. 10 karat has to be at least 9.5 karat, or you better not mark it 10 karat. The Turkish government, I don't think, has any guidelines on that. So your craftsmen in Turkey, they make these Turkish wedding bands and all these stones with 20, 30 stones in it, and they'll mark it 18 karat. It might be 7, 8, 9 karat. They'll mark it 14 karat. It might be 3 or 4 karat. So you just have to be very careful. You can tell if it's Turkish gold and it's almost orange and oxidized, you can tell what it is. So you just got to be careful. Be careful always with silver or gold. If you don't know what you're dealing with, bring it and let us look at it. We'll check it. If we have any doubt, we'll show you exactly what it is, and you don't have to take that chance.
Okay, your next caller, go ahead.
Yes, my husband has a Lindy Star ring. If you brought that ring in, would you just pay for the gold in it, or would you pay for the stone and the gold in it?
I have bought both. I bought Lindy Stars both ways. Some of the old guys that's coming up, the new guys that's coming into the jewelry industry now, they'll tell you those old Lindy Stars aren't worth anything. But I remember when they cost $40, $50, $60 if you got a good one. And I'm talking about cost. They're not real popular today, and don't know why, other than maybe they hadn't been marketed right in the last few years. But if it's a pretty Lindy Star, it's a pretty star, it's got a good star on it, not a synthetic but a genuine star, yes, I'll buy it. I'll pay for the gold and the star.
Okay, and like the earrings that you bring in, earrings that are broken, they have rubies in them, or do you also buy the rubies or just the gold part? We
buy anything. If there's a stone in there, we buy it, or we'll take it out and give it back to you. If it's something that we just got so many of we don't need, we'll give you something for it. It may not be a lot of money, but we'll pay you something. You don't just leave it for nothing. A lot of places, they tell me now, are saying things like, well, we'll buy you gold, but we don't want anything. We ain't paying for nothing else. And they don't even offer to pull the stones out and return them to you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so
much. Yes, ma'am. Not a problem. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, that's interesting, because people a lot of times will have, let's just say that I brought this ring over there to you, and for the gold in it, and you give me the diamond back. But a lot of people don't realize you can do that, or a lot of people don't want to give up their diamonds, or don't want to give it up like that.
You see little chip diamonds, and when I say little chip diamonds, I'm talking about a stone that's the size of the tip of an ink pen, just the point. This stone is worth $2, $3. You got 10 of them, it becomes $20, $30. They're more trouble to take out than they're worth, literally. It'll take a jeweler. You take a $15 an hour jeweler, it'll take him $10 to remove $6 worth of diamonds. So it's just not feasible in a lot of cases. But one of these stones, if you have a piece of jewelry and you want to sell the gold, We've got bags of stones. We'll give you some little chips just like them, or not take them out or trade them out with you. But if you walk into a jewelry store and you're missing one of those little chips, you're missing one. Do you realize that these stores will charge you $25 and $35 and $40 to replace that, plus the labor to set it, and then still take 3 or 4 days? I'll give you the stones most of the time and charge you $12 for the labor to set it and do the same work, same quality work as any of the big boys. You know, so we use these stones for all kinds of different things, and you know, I mean, it doesn't make sense, but you can ask around. Somebody comes in, if I've got the stones, I'll give them a dime. Here, just pay the labor to put it in. Here's your stone. I've got plenty of these.
I hate to see people go to these chain, and I'm not knocking anybody like that, because we got good advertisers that are good people that sell, independent people.
Yeah.
But you know, you've got these places in the malls, and they advertise. They got hang these big prices on them. And how much of a markup did you tell me one time there is in that?
600% nationwide on your average jewelry. 600%.
So think about that. How much if
Six times, if you have a diamond that's worth $200, 6 times 200 is what? $1,200. It's what it's tagged at in the store. $12.99. On sale, it's only $600.
Yeah.
Still making $300-400.
Still making money.
Good money,
And then
big
they
profit.
finance it for you, and they make the money off the
On
charges
the back
to
end.
finance it.
Exactly right. Exactly.
So,
But you know, there's good stores out there. There's wonderful stores out there. There's big key stores, good inventory, good strong inventory. But it just seems like somewhere along the line we've lost the way of the you know, do unto others, help them. I mean, you talk about a discount in some of these stores. They don't want to talk to you about no discount. None.
They don't want cash
It's
from you.
marked. That's what we sell it.
Right.
You've got one of two things. You either got somebody that's not qualified to discount it to you, and they don't know what the cost is. They can't let them know cost because they don't have enough sense to sell it. Or if they do, they make their money based on what profit they make, and they got to make a big profit to make a little commission.
Right.
So, you know, I don't understand it, and that's
I
why
imagine they also just hire them. They're not certified people or people that really know.
well, there's a lot of them certified, but you know, some certified people just they work for a big company. Company says we don't discount. What are you going to do? We're going to break away for a couple of minutes and have a commercial break, but we'd like to invite you to 5301 Brainerd Road. Stop by and see us, ask us some questions, look around, just make yourself at home. We want you to feel comfortable with us at the store as well as on television. So we hope you return more often.
Stop in and see Rick and his friendly, experienced staff at 5301 Brainerd Road in Chattanooga. While there, be sure to mention that you saw this ad on the CW and receive your CW special. Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, Chattanooga's premier jewelry store. Rick, how does the stock market affect the gold market? Nancy on Lookout Mountain.
95% of the time when the stock market's up, gold is down. When the stock market is down, gold is up. It's a reverse action. If the economy's bad, gold is wonderful. If the economy's good, gold is down. So it's just up and down situation that, you know, no one person can predict that stock market. If they could, we'd all be multimillionaires. So it's up and down. It's a world. Gold is a global world market affected by many things, many countries, many currencies, many bank failings, many loan offices closings. A lot of things affect the price, and we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, where it's going to happen, or what it's going to do. So every day is just a gamble on what the price of the metals are going to be. We have to look at it day by day. We have to look at it customer by customer. We have to look at it sale by sale or buy by buy. We do it by the book, we do it right, and we do it in your favor. So come in and check us out.
Well, I'm down here to purchase a Rolex watch for my husband's 78th birthday, which will be tomorrow. And I'm just thrilled. And Mr. Davis was very, very nice to me. I couldn't have had better, couldn't have been more pleased. When I walked in, they waited on me right away. We will definitely be coming back, that's for sure.
Well, here's one of your buddies on here.
All
Are
right,
you
go
there?
ahead, caller.
Hello,
caller.
Turn your television down. First thing, that's Jim Ed.
Is it?
Are you there?
Yeah, wait just a minute. Yeah, I got it down now.
All right, there you go.
Well, tell the old gentleman I wish he'd have made me wait about 4 weeks.
Well, Jim Ed, you can't count all your money now.
I know it. I tell you what, I am proud of what we did do, though. But, you know, I've still got a bunch of junk. What in the world? When you slow down and you ain't doing so much, well, I'm going to gather you up another bucket full.
You gather it up anytime, and I'll come and get it, or you can bring it to me. It doesn't matter to me. It's a pleasure to do business with you.
Well, it's a pleasure to do business with you, Rick. I found out that you're just what I thought you was years ago.
Well, I told you, I try to. You're only as good as your word, and I told you what I'd do, and I did it, and I think we're both to the better for that.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to hear you talking, and I'm enjoying it. So I'm going to sit here and listen, and not take up no more of your time.
All right, Jim. Thanks for calling.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We got two callers been holding on. We're talking to Rick Davis, and we're having fun with him, and he's educating us. He does it every time he comes out here. If you go over there to see him, he'll do that. He'll also educate you in your bank account. He'll give you a little money to go. Caller, go ahead. Sam.
Hey, Judy.
Hey.
I meant to ask him when I called a while ago if he's gotten his appraisal forms back yet. You know, Rick, I was over there Thursday, and he did me great. And he looked at some of my rings, and I need a written appraisal.
Yes, ma'am. I got those in. I believe they come in this morning.
Good. Well, then I'll come over and get that probably Wednesday morning. And also, I'll ask you a question, then I'll hang up. Can you explain black gold?
You talking about Black Hills Gold?
Just black gold. and they say it's more expensive than the regular gold.
Well, the first thing that comes to mind about black gold is Texas tea, Jed Clampett, and oil. And if you don't believe oil is black gold, go to the filling station. Black gold is a gold that's been alloyed with some other metals that give it a dark color instead of being bright and white, and alloyed with zinc. I'm not sure what the alloy is, but they alloy it with a cheaper metal, and it gives it the dark cobalt look. And, it doesn't matter what gold is, if it's 14 karat, 10 karat, 18 karat. Gold is gold. It doesn't white gold, yellow gold, black gold,
Hey, well, I just wondered, people say that it's a lot more expensive, and I didn't know if it being black, like you said, if they did put something on it or not, if that would bring the price down, wouldn't be worth as much.
Well, if it's 10 karat, all gold is alloyed with something.
Oh, okay.
So 10 karat is 41% pure.
Okay.
14 karat is 58% pure.
Okay.
So no matter what you have, as long as it's 10 karat or 14 karat, it has that same purity of gold in it, and the other things it's alloyed with has nothing to do with the worth of it.
Oh, okay.
Now it does when they're selling it to you, they're going to tell you, oh, this is hard to get, or this is a very special blend, and da da da.
Absolutely.
But gold is gold is gold.
Okay.
Okay.
I appreciate you, and I will see you.
Yes, ma'am. Come in.
Thank
Thanks for calling.
Bye.
All right, caller, you're next with your question.
Hello, could you please tell me these diamond tennis bracelets, if one was 10 karat gold, about what would it bring?
What is it, caller?
A diamond tennis bracelet that's only 10 karat gold?
Yes, ma'am. How many carats of diamonds is there in it?
They're just very low grade, you can see that.
Just real frosty and milky looking. That's probably one of the cases where it's, you know, your gold is probably, is it a big heavy bracelet or a very light bracelet?
The gold is 10 carats, definitely.
Yes, ma'am, but I mean, is it a wide bracelet and fairly heavy duty, or is it just a real little thin kind of, you know?
I'd say it's more thin or medium.
Yeah.
Or thin, probably.
Well, let's assume for a second that it's 10 carat, and let's say it weighs 10 grams. 10 grams right now, we're going to be at about $180. Your diamonds in there, if they're frosty and milky like you say, they're probably $20, $25 worth of little diamonds in it. So, you know, $200 is about what you could expect.
Okay, I was just curious. Thank you.
And that same bracelet may have sold in stores for $3.99, $2.99, $3.99.
I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Okay, caller, thank you. Thanks for calling. I'm Rick Davis, and I want to thank you for watching the show. Hope it's been a little bit of fun along the way. Hope it's been educational. If we didn't answer all your questions, all you have to do is pick up the phone and call 499-9162. Or better yet, stop by the store, come in and ask the questions. We'll be happy to answer it and show you how it works. We're your friend in the jewelry business for 35 years. So stop by, ask us a question. We hope to see you more often. Thank you, and God bless.